Think about this for a second. What's the one thing you have with you literally every single moment of your life, from the second you wake up till the moment you go to sleep? It's your mind, right? And today, we're going to dive into what is maybe the most important relationship you'll ever have, the one between you and your own thoughts.
Okay, this single sentence, this is pretty much the key to everything we're about to explore. I know it seems super simple on the surface, but hidden inside this idea is a choice that can literally change how you experience your entire life. So let's break it down.
So let's get right to it. Inside your head, right now, who's the master and who's the servant? I mean, who is really in charge? Is it you? Or is it that constant stream of thoughts and worries and plans that just seems to have a life of its own? Seriously, this question is at the very heart of everything we're talking about today.
And look, this isn't just some nice philosophical idea to ponder. No, this is a fundamental choice. It's a choice you're making, whether you realize it or not, in every single moment of every single day.
You know, that one little sentence really presents us with two completely different ways to live. On one side, you've got the mind in control. And let's be honest, that's kind of the default setting for most of us, right? It's a state of constant reaction. But on the other side, you are in control. That's a state of intention. And yeah, that one takes deliberate practice.
So let's dig into that first path. What does it actually look like when we're running on that default setting, when the mind is in the driver's seat?
Yeah, let's give it a name. The automatic mind. This is that state where your thoughts just seem to have a mind of their own, don't they? Worries, daydreams, random impulses, they just pop up out of nowhere, grab your focus, and start yanking your emotions all over the place. It really feels like you're just a passenger along for a bumpy ride.
I mean, does this sound familiar at all? You ever find yourself replaying some awkward conversation from hours ago, just over and over and over in your head? Or maybe you snap out of a daze and realize you've just spent the last 10 minutes totally lost in some crazy worst-case scenario about something that hasn't even happened yet. Yep, that is the automatic mind at work.
And this state of mind, it has some really familiar characteristics, right? You've got that nonstop inner chatter, that little narrator that just won't shut up. It's what makes us so prone to distraction. It's the reason we just fall back into old habits, and it's why we get so easily pulled into these loops of anxiety about the future or regret about the past.
And this is a perfect illustration of that second half of our core statement. This is the big warning, right? A life where the mind, with all its chaos and noise, is controlling you. But, and this is the important part, there is another way.
So, what's the alternative then? Let's flip the script and explore the other side of this choice. This is where we stop being that passive passenger, and instead we become the active director of our own mind.
And we'll call this the directed mind. Now, it's super important to get this right. This is not about emptying your mind or trying to stop your thoughts. It's impossible. It's about consciously choosing where you place your focus in the middle of all that mental activity. It's about guiding your thoughts with purpose instead of just being dragged around by them.
So, okay, how does this actually work in practice? Well, it's not a fight. You're not wrestling your mind. It's more of a gentle three-step process. First up is awareness. You just notice a thought has popped up without judging it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a thought. Second, and this one is so crucial, is separation. You realize that you are the one watching the thought. You are not the thought itself. And then third is direction. Once you've created that little bit of space, you can intentionally shift your focus to something else. Maybe it's your breath, the work in front of you, or just the present moment.
And when you actually practice this, wow, the results can be profound. That constant inner chatter, it starts to quiet down, and in its place, you get clarity and focus. The anxiety starts to dissolve, replaced by this sense of inner calm. You gain this incredible ability to respond to life thoughtfully, instead of just reacting on impulse. That's what it really means to act with purpose. Which brings us right back around to the first part of that quote we started with. This is the empowering part, the call to action. Notice the words, you have to control your mind. It's not just a nice suggestion. It's framed as an essential skill you need to develop.
Okay, now here's probably the most important part of all of this. This isn't like flipping a switch one time and you're done. It's not some destination you finally arrive at and then you can just relax. No, this is an ongoing practice of mastery. And this is such a critical distinction to make. I know the word control can sound a bit aggressive, like you're supposed to be in a fight wrestling your mind into submission, but that's not it at all. Think of it this way. This is not a battle you have to win, but a relationship you need to cultivate. You're becoming the calm, steady guide for your own mind.
So why does this matter so much? Well, think about it. Your mind is the one tool you have with you 100% of the time. It's always there, from the instant you wake up to the moment you fall asleep. So mastering your relationship with it, that's probably the single most impactful skill you could ever develop in your entire life.
And so, here we are, right back where we started. But now, hopefully, this statement has a much deeper meaning. It's not just a nice quote anymore, is it? It's more like a user's manual for living with intention. The choice is always there, in every moment. Will you be directed by your thoughts, or will you be the one doing the directing?
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your mind is, without a doubt, the most powerful and creative tool you will ever own. There's no question about that. The real question is, now that you know you have a choice in how you use it, what are you going to create with it?